Okay, we're here. I don't know what's happening, folks. As I said in my other video, the YouTube is refusing to take my credit cards for payment, and I don't know why. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, the new credit cards that I got, the renewals that my wife got, don't have security codes on them. So we tried using the old security codes. They don't work with the new card and everything. And the new card doesn't even have the credit card number on it. So just the last four digits. So I don't know what's going on. Uh, of course, my wife threw out all the paperwork, so I have no way of finding it out. But Amazon took the one card, and you know, as far as I can tell, everything's okay. But YouTube seems to be obstinate. I guess it's because it's Google and Amazon don't get along too well. But you can probably going to be able to find me, I think, on TikTok. I have to check it out. A couple other spots I'm going to check out if this fails. Go to Facebook, look up Jeffrey Bruff, and you'll see where I'm at. I'll be posting things as soon as I know what I'm doing. I'll be posting it there so that you guys can come fuck. And if you want to continue to follow me, I would definitely appreciate it. But I don't know what's going on. I really don't. All right. So that takes care of that. And the big story of the day was that everybody is finally agreeing to stuff that myself and some other people like me have posted on the internet, that Donald Trump and the Republican Party have no plan for the future, per se. They have no agenda. They have no legislative agenda. They don't know what they're going to do. Right now, we're paying you people's tax dollars and whatnot are going to pay congressional salaries for a bunch of people that's sitting around playing pinochle or checkers or chess or going to lunch and having free lunches and billing you for it. Uh, we have no idea what's going on. They don't have a plan. They don't have a legislative agenda. They don't have a plan, period. And the leader of that chaos is Donald Trump, because he doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have a plan for Iran. You can see that. He just got told yesterday, that, there's like three major countries or four major countries over there that said, uh-uh. So, unless he wants to start World War III, there's nothing he can do. And this is constant problem with Donald. He doesn't think things through. It's been his whole life. He operates on a spontaneity. I say that right? Sometimes my false teeth get in the way of my tongue and I can't talk right. So anyhow, uh, it's funny. I see people pop in and pop out on this program all the time. They want to see what I'm doing. No, I'm just fat. I'm not naked. I'm getting fatter, and I'm on a diet, and I'm getting fatter. So I don't know what's going on there. Uh, but I have no clues what's going on with me, and I have no clue what's going on with him. I am fighting tooth and nail with this to try and get my premium account restored, but I don't know whether it's going to happen or not. All right. So, meantime, people, try to, if they let me keep doing these videos, I'll keep doing them. I don't know whether that's just my premium account that allows me to do this or what. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I've had YouTube Premium from the beginning, so I don't know. Anyhow, I don't know how you guys are doing and what's going to happen in the United States. His political party, he's purging it of any dissenters and whatnot, so that now he's got a majority of. Since, as long as he maintains a majority, he has absolute control over what happens. So you can probably assume that so long as he maintains his majority, which means he's going to do whatever he can to prevent the midterms from happening, because he knows he hasn't got a shit prayer in hell of winning that. I don't care if you read this or what. All right. It's that makes no sense to me anyhow. Redistricting, it's supposed to be, a government by the people, for the people, or for the people, by the people, something along those lines. We have a government by Donald Trump, for Donald Trump right now. That makes no sense. That's only gonna cause. Oh wow. If you see somebody start building the guillotine, then you have an idea what's coming. All right. He's a cross between the rise of Hitler and the fall of France under Marie Antoinette. So we have to wait and see what happens there. I don't know. I don't see anything good happening there. It just makes life really, really impossible. I've been big saying that I've been down here for 18 years, and this might have something to do with what I do on the videos. And all of a sudden, my life is becoming a little chaotic. Things aren't working the way they're supposed to work. Instead of getting better, they're getting shit. They're not getting bad. They're just getting shaky, and it's causing me a lot of grief. Because I don't like having to think that much. Uh, I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, I don't know why it's getting dark because there's not a cloud in the sky out there. So, but all of a sudden it got dark in here. Spooky. Do you remember that? What was that song? They talked about. They sang. That's that from the 50s or 60s, something like that. You guys wouldn't remember that. If I can't remember it, I know most of you don't. I'm 80 years old. I was there when Alan Freed said rock and roll. Yeah. And Bill Haley and the Comets were rocking around the clock. I remember all of that stuff. I didn't get to see it live, of course, because it all took place out in like Cleveland and stuff like that. I was, I don't know, a little young to go to rock and roll shows. I don't remember what my first concert was. It's like Joe Cocker or somebody like that, I think. I don't remember who, you know. Saw a lot of concerts. I don't even remember who I saw. I saw Bruce. Uh, he was during the what was the concert I saw him at? No Nukes concert is where I saw him, and I saw Peter Tosh and a lot of other people. I went to see it that particular show with Peter Tosh because I thought maybe Mick Jagger would show up, but he didn't. You try all the time. That show was fully sold out because everybody thought Jagger and the Stones would show up, but they didn't. But hey, 15 acts or something like that. It's all relative. I went to Woodstock. Don't remember 99% of it because I was stoned out of my mind most of the time. It enhances the present and makes you forget but makes you forget too. So you don't remember a lot of shit after that stuff. But I did. I was in tune at the time, baby. I want to tell you, man, I was there. My head was floating. Problem is, it never stopped. Oh wow! Flashback. You know that's the thing about vertigo. It's a little bit about being high or on an LSD trip. You all of a sudden you're walking down the street, and the next thing you know, whoa, great feeling, except when it's vertigo. And you're in the middle of the side. You're in the middle of crossing a highway or something, and you just say, "Whoa! Look at the color of that light. Look, that light's blinking, man! Wow!" It's a police car telling you to get the hell out of the way. Uh, as you could tell, I am not a comedian. Okay, my humor is more sarcastic, uh, and I have a tendency to respond very quickly at times to people. Other times, I just snore. But anyhow, I love doing these videos, and I hope I can continue to do them until I'm no longer physically capable of doing or mentally capable of doing it. I mean, but what difference is that going to make? You know, you're not going to be able to tell. I wander my thinking process wanders around so much now. If I lose my mind tomorrow, how are you going to know what's going on? You know, you're not going to know. Well, I like to know who keeps blinking in and out. Like I said, I can't. I think a lot of the problems I've been having with comments and what have you, if you're still trying, that is, if you're still trying to watch me and whatnot, is that this pay procedure thing, that the fact that the card was expiring, they have a tendency. Companies down here do this too. You know, as you get closer to an expiration date or something like that, they try to make your life difficult. You know, they try to get you to renew right away, and they try to make your life difficult. And they're doing a pretty good job of that right now. So anyhow, but anyhow, oh boy, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I'm worried. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm going to lose. They keep saying you're going to lose your premium account. Well, it's Google was involved in this, okay? And that means my email, my storage, all that stuff, you know, could go bye bye tomorrow morning, or actually tomorrow afternoon, I think it is. And if they don't respond to me, I don't know what to do. You ought to try finding somebody to talk to. You can't. They don't want to talk to you. Once you sign up in that kind and they have your credit card number, they don't want to talk to you. They make it almost impossible for you to find a human being to talk to. All right, especially companies like Google and YouTube and Facebook and all the Facebook. Forget about it. You're never going to talk to a human being on Facebook unless you do a chat. Unless you're chatting with a friend. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Well, it's Hump Day. We just had Mother's Day. You know, mother used to be half a word when I was growing up. You know, not to my mom though. See, mom is different than mother. Mother was half a word. Mom was a full word. You had your mom, and that was it. Mother, yeah, you know, you had a few friends that were mother. You know, it was a part of the conversation. If you see me looking over towards my right, that's because I'm watching the clock, trying to. Because if I go to TikTok or something like that, I think they do. You can do a 15-minute video on TikTok now, and I have to see. You know, of course, they ask to get paid. I'm going to have the same problem I have now. The problem is that the new cards that they issued my wife don't come with security codes on them, on a tape on the back where they're supposed to be. This is making me concerned. So I tried using one of the cards on Amazon, and Amazon took it, and there's no problem. So now I'm concerned. You know what I mean? It's really beginning to upset me. Oh, guys, what are you up to today, huh? What are everybody's plans for the rest of the week, you know? Trump is to see how much money he can steal. Do you realize he's made well over $2 or $3 billion since he's been president? He's out there scamming everything. He's got bitcoins, he's got watches, he's got all kinds of garbage, and then he's building statues everywhere. And there's no bidding being done on this stuff because they're saying it's an emergency situation because it's too close to the anniversary, which is what it's being done for. That's why the reflection pool is being painted blue on the bottom now because yeah, it's just stupidity. Because he wants it that way. You know, it's going to look like every other swimming pool in the world now. I dislike Donald Trump for a lot of reasons. You take the politics out of it, and I just because he's just there's no anybody. You know, he uses people up and then throws them aside. You could see it even with his so-called loyal friends. The problem now, his loyalists have power. they can contest him, and they will. When Trump is gone in 3 years, no matter what happens, all right, I don't think he's going to live 3 years. Not because I just because of his age and because of his health situation and everything else. I just think he's not going to be in power in 3 years. Now, who's going to be in power? J.D. Vance? Right now, you have a Republican Party that's going to be dysfunctional after the next election because it's only going to be loyal to Trump. These people are not going to be loyal to Vance. If Trump dies tomorrow, there's going to be a huge, huge problem about impeachment and stuff like that. That's it. I wouldn't want to be the guy that's being sworn in the next because he's not going to be able to do anything either. Things are going to get really rough, you know. All right, I'm out of here for the day. I overextended it by well over a minute. Anyhow, you guys take care and look. Hopefully, I'll be around tomorrow. We're just gonna have to wait it out and see what happens. In the meantime, everybody, take care. Have a great day.